Hey there, everybody. I am Debbie Crowley from ExpressivelyDeb.com, and welcome. Today's card is a very simple design that I thought I would share with all of you because I absolutely love this designer series paper and the stamp sets that go along with it. Although the stamp sets are not bundled with the paper or part of a suite, as always, the Stampin' Up! Coordination of the product coordination speaks for itself. So I thought that I would go ahead and create this card today. This was a design that actually came to me by accident. I saw a card that had, you know, the layered sheet, the front, the large layer on the front, and a large sentiment, and I thought it was just so pretty. So I added a ribbon behind my design, and I'll give you a couple little tricks to do the layering on it. And then on the inside, I stamped and of course put the cardstock strip, and I did my envelope. Years ago, Stampin' Up! Had dies that were envelope liner dies, and I love them, and they're no longer available, but I still use mine. So you can always put your designer series paper on the back flap, or you can stamp a holly leaf on your envelope and decorate your envelope that way. So my sample card is done with the basic white cardstock. The card that I'm making today, same exact design, except it is done with the Mossy Meadow cardstock. So I went ahead and I used the Sending Cheer bundle, and I also used the Joy to You stamp set. This is a large holiday sentiment set, and I've used it over and over and over again. We're going to use some of the deckled rectangles, and we are going to use some of the silver and white shimmer ribbon that is in the holiday mini catalog. So let's get started. Okay, I have all of my parts and pieces here. We're going to do some ribbon coloring, which I will show you, and some die cutting. Just a little bit of die cutting. I did all of the stamped images prior to, because I didn't want, in the interest of time, I didn't want to keep the video long. So these are all of my parts and pieces, and we'll get started on the card layer. So the this layer is 4 1/4 across. It's the width of the card base, and it is 4 1/2 inches in length. There is a PDF tutorial that you can pick up on my blog at ExpressivelyDeb.com, but it is also going to be linked below this video. So again, this is 4 1/4 across, 4 1/2 in length, and that goes on a regular top fold card base, Mossy Meadow, 4 1/4 across, 11 inches, scored at 5 1/2 inches in length. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is prepare this layer to go onto the card front layer. And what I did, rather than use a whole strip of cherry cobbler cardstock, I cut 2 1/2-inch strips. And what we're going to do is adhere it to the back of the, I'm going to use my silicone mat just in case I get, we're going to adhere it to the back of the designer series paper layer. Okay, so we're going to just put a small line of glue across the top, and we're going to put another small line of glue across the bottom, and that's on the top and the bottom. Then we're going to take the strip and we're going to put it up. You can see it on the side. If you look on the side of the card layer, you can see maybe about 1/8 of an inch, and just make sure it's even. Now you can turn the card layer around. I went a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch, but I'll leave it. That's okay. And then across the bottom, we're going to do the same thing. Just attach the cardstock strip. Just kind of making sure that they're both going to be even. So, and it looks as though the reveal part of the cardstock is even. Okay. And then you see the strips are longer. I didn't cut them at 4 1/4 for the width of the layer because I wanted a nice clean cut on that. And I'm going to trim them with my snips. I was going to turn it around. I'm so used to trimming from the back, but we're going to trim from the front on that so we get a nice, clean, even trim. Okay. And that's the layer. So it serves two purposes doing it this way. You're not using more cardstock than necessary, and you get to use up some paper scraps that you may have laying around. Okay, and then this is going to go right on the front of the card base. Just center it. Sure that it's, there we go. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is the ribbon. We'll set this aside. Now what I did, I took some of the white, as you can see it's white here. I took some of the silver and white shimmer ribbon, and I believe my cut was about 15 inches. Yeah, but I didn't use it all. I colored about 12 inches of ribbon. And I took my cherry cobbler, dark cherry cobbler Stampin' Blend, and I colored it. Now, I did this prior to, because although the ribbon itself dries immediately, this little metallic edge took a little bit to dry. So I let that dry. And I'll show you how I did it. It's very easy. So you just take the brush tip of the blend, not the bullet tip, the brush tip of the blend, and just gently, see how quick and easy that is? Now that center mesh is dry. It's this little metallic strip along the edge that just takes maybe 5 minutes or so. And then I went across the back of it because I wanted to color the strip, the metallic strip, make sure that that was shaded. Okay, so that's how you do that. And it's very, very easy to do. And it's actually fun. So you can customize the white ribbon any way you like. And the next thing we're going to do, and I have my seal, and this is how I do it when I'm putting the ribbon on this way on the cardstock. We're going to kind of just weave the ribbon along 3 strips of seal on the front of the card layer. So 1, 2, 3. So I have it, I put it actually right in the center. It's kind of, I don't know if you can see the seal that's on there, but it's on there. There's 1, 2, 3 lines of seal, maybe about 1.5 inches long. Okay, now we're going to take the ribbon and we are going to, let me trim this. Okay. Okay, we're going to fold the ribbon this way and then this way. Okay, and then we're going to find our Stampin' Seal. And you can lift it, and I think, and it's good. It works well. All I did was just fold it this way, fold it, hold the ribbon, fold it back, and then fold it back again. And it's, the seal is holding it in place. And I'm just going to trim this edge. That's better. Trim this edge. And then, so we have a little V here and a little V here, and they're both kind of even. So that's how you do it. It's really simple. You know, put your seal down first and then just weave your ribbon on top of it. Okay, I went ahead and stamped the sentiment for the front of the card, and I'm going to use one of the stitched, deckled edge. I'm sorry, not the stitched rectangles, the deckled edge rectangle. It's easy, so easy to go ahead and stamp the sentiment onto some basic white cardstock, and then die cut it. And I'm going to use 2 little strips of, I just want to make sure that's straight on there, Post-it notes. My favorite little, I have scraps of Post-it notes all over. Okay, let's see. This has to be moved over just a little bit. Okay, here we go. So this is a real simple, easy card to make. And then I have my little mini. Now the other thing I did on this card is, rather than using dimensionals to put the sentiment layer down, I used the foam adhesive sheets that Stampin' Up! Has. They come in a package, and I think I have them. I do. Okay. They come in a package, and there's quite a few sheets in here. And they're about the width of a dimensional, but they're not stamped. They're solid. And you can cut them to any size you want. It's nice to have them on hand, because here I would use maybe 6 dimensionals, so it's just easier to take the strip, remove the adhesive backing just as you would a dimensional. We're going to put 1 across the top. I cut them ahead of time to the size of the sentiment layer, and then 1 across the bottom. So it's easier than putting on, when you're doing something like this, it's easier than putting on the dimensionals, because you would need a good solid, so you would have to do probably minimum 3 dimensionals across, 3 dimensionals across the bottom and the top. So this is ready to go on. So see the strips, and they'll hold it, and you just center it. I'm just going to pull it to me a little bit. Center it right there. I die cut this. I stamped and die cut the little holly leaf that was in the Sending Cheer bundle, and I'm going to attach this right here just as a little embellishment on the bottom of the card. So I'm doing that with mini dimensionals. Now we're going to put the dimensionals on the back, but I want to show you something. We're going to put some glue on the top of this, on the back of the top of the holly leaves, right? So on the bottom of each of the holly leaves, we're going to put a mini dimensional, because it's going to hang over, and we want it to be nice and even on that layer. So there's one, if you can see that. And then here is the other one. I want to make sure I get it in the center. Hang on. But that's okay. Holly berries are glued on. And that's it. We are finished. Of course, I have the writing layer for the inside. The writing layer is 3 3/4 across, 5 inches in length. And I did cut a strip. I cut a strip of the striped, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Pattern paper strip. Attach it to the bottom. Cut from the back. And then we'll attach it to you and yours. And this stamp set is from the Joy to You stamp set. So I'm just rubbing it across the heavier. Okay. And that's it. So, and I did that with cherry cobbler ink. And the card is finished. So you can go ahead and decorate the envelope as you want. But this would also work with this. Isn't that pretty? So I didn't bother to do my envelope, but this is one envelope, 2 cards. So I'm not sure which card you like better. I like them both. They're both fun, simple, quick, easy holiday cards. And they look great. And I'm sure that anybody you send these to would absolutely love them. So that's it. I thank you for stopping by. If you have any questions, please, as always, don't hesitate to reach out to me. And remember to express your creativity. And the only limitation is your imagination. Have a great day.